Hey everybody, it's Justin from Vanderbilt, and it's day 2 at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, the biggest technology show in the country. There's thousands of booths here. I'm looking for tools, home automation, maker products, whatever we can apply over to the channel here that's pretty cool and new and innovative. So let's get in there today on Vanderbilt. Hey everybody, I'm over at the Robbox booth, and this is Andre. Good to meet you, Andre.
Nice to meet you.
He has the X drill, and this is something really impressive. Show it to us.
Definitely. So this is the pre-production release of the X drill. It's essentially the first ever drill with a touchscreen on it, and it has a bunch of different features and functions that are all tied around improving efficiency, productivity, reducing error, and
Now,
that kind of
you
stuff.
I already hear a couple people in the video already saying, why do I want a touchscreen on the back?
Definitely.
Okay, whatever. Well, what does the touchscreen actually give you in your tool?
Let me run you down through some of the functions. So right off the bat, by default, you're going to see that there's this little ring, if you will, and that essentially is a positioning guide. So it helps you drill straight, both going this way or going down into your material like so. Not only that, but you can set up custom angles. So I'm going to go into the menu here. Say you wanted to drill at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to set that 45-degree up. I'm going to position it on this piece of wood, and you're going to see as I get to the 45-degree, I'm going to get within the yellow, within the green, and I'm good to go.
Nice.
That's one of the functions.
That's a good one. I like that.
Not only that, but there's a laser right at the front.
Okay.
So with the laser, what you can do is set up how deep you want to drill.
Okay, cool. So no more tape on your drill bit.
No more tape.
You can just go ahead and use the laser.
Yeah.
Now, is it just going to alert you, or is it going to stop the drill?
It'll actually stop completely.
Okay.
So it's a software-powered depth stop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Let me run you through that quick. So I'm going to drag it to the 1-inch. Laser's going to be on. I'm going to set it like so. I'll do it up here so you can see. I'm going to hit the trigger, start drilling, get to the 1-inch. My finger's still pressed right now, but drill's automatically stopped.
Nice.
Quick and easy.
That's great, especially for repeat processes.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Now, last but not least, what is really special on this tool, which you can't really see physically, is the torque system. So we have a proprietary torque system that we developed that's implemented in these tools. And of course, it allows for custom torque selection, so you can set up the max torque value that you do on there.
Okay.
But now you can do some pretty cool things that you would traditionally need a torque wrench to do.
Okay.
So let me go into here. I'm going to go into the menu again. For instance, output angle. So I can actually set up an output angle for the torquing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into here. I'll swipe it over to, let's say, 105 degrees. I'm going to set that up. Now, it's going to be hard for you to see. It's going to be quick. I'm going to hit the trigger. But you're going to see it's going to go, and it beeps once it's done.
Okay.
So you hear a little beep.
Yep.
That's one of the functions. And then, of course, you have something called anti-strip. This is, again, a very cool thing. It's going to be implemented in our impact driver as well when we release that. And what that does, it'll actually detect when you're about to slip or strip a screw, and it'll pull back.
Okay, so it's not actually going to have it happen and then stop. It's going to detect right before you start stripping the screw.
Exactly, and that
so you're never going to damage the screw on that one.
Never, and that's all done with the torque sensing capabilities.
Okay.
And of course, you can adjust the sensitivity on that. So if you have that super high, it'll immediately stop when it feels something. If you have that super low, maybe you might strip something if it's way low.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a whole lot different than our standard. I don't want to call them dumb, but this is more of a smart.
Yes.
A traditional drill. A standardized tool. This has a lot of built-in functionality that is going to make precision a lot more accomplishable.
Exactly. And that's really who this product is going to be initially geared at.
Okay.
Precision, finishing.
Yeah.
But of course, we're
particularly our woodworker group right here.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so right now it's in pre-production.
Yes.
When do you think you're going to be able to purchase one of these?
We're looking to have it in retail second half of this year.
Okay, and then where would we be able to find it?
So,
or even just more information?
Yeah, I mean, online is your best bet. On our website, we have more information on there.
And what's your website?
Robboxtools.com.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
A lot.
Thanks so much. I'm over at the John Deere booth, a company, a brand that we all know and love. You make quality equipment. I'm here with Tim. How you doing, Tim?
Great.
Great to meet you. This caught my eye, and this type of mower, I think, has a lot of very interesting intrinsic value to the business owner, especially if you're a mid-range landscaper or a commercial landscaper. Could you tell us a little bit about it, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we have in front of us right here is a fully autonomous, battery electric, commercial duty mower. So what this is going to do, now talking to those interest in business owners, is what we see across professional landscaping is a need to fill labor gaps. So an example that we were just chatting about a little bit too is park maintenance crew normally has 4.
Yeah.
Well, they only had 2 that day, but there's work to be done. Those are the kind of targets that we want to be able to do to enable those businesses to solve the problems of their labor gaps. And that's what we're looking to target here with this mower.
So this mower is a fully autonomous mower, but we talked a little bit before we started the video. It can be used completely manually.
Yeah.
So this can be a ride-on mower, stand behind that, one of your employees is out there mowing a large property with. But talk to us a little bit about how easy it is to map this property right here when a one-man crew gets off of his truck, that he's going to be able to complete this entire job maybe with one guy, possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, we can use the property that we have behind us here as an example prop here. We're at a commercial property, all right? First time I come up to it. So I'd have the platform down here. So this is what we typically refer to as a stand-on mower. So a little different than maybe the common sit-on mowers that you're used to using arm. So I'd stand on this. I'd come up to where I would start what we call an exterior boundary. I'm basically going to hit record here on the machine, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to drive around the exterior of the property to set up what is my working zone. Now, I may also have some interior boundaries. Let's say it's a mulch bed or some other landscaping feature on the inside. Well, then I'm going to go drive over to that. I'll record, set all that up. Then, basically, it's going to remember that any time from the future. So next time I come to the property, that's ready to go.
Yeah.
Drive it inside. Gonna flip up platform. I'm gonna enable autonomy with the switch here. And I'm gonna either be able to start from here. We'll have Op Center enable that I could walk away from the machine and monitor it, start it from right here. It's gonna be able to take care of all of that grass, in this example that we have behind us, and handle all of that on its own.
So let's just say we got one guy, he offloads this, he does his perimeter pass, which thus mows that perimeter pass too.
Yep.
So then he hits go, he's then able to go get his edger, go out and do the additional perimeter work that needs to be done while this is doing everything on the interior for him.
Yep.
So now you're getting 2 laborers work at the same time.
Yep.
But of course this one's a pretty fast one.
Yep.
And then he loads it back up on the truck and able to go. So this seems like, it solves labor problems, because we all know a lot of industries have labor problems right now. And 2, it might even be able to help you expand faster. So if you only have to have a crew of 1 or 2, now if I have 6 employees, I could have 3 crews running, each with one of these, and be able to accomplish more jobs in the same amount of time.
Yep. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's absolutely true. And that's what we're finding too, is like you said, is if I can't find the labor, well, it's likely that I'm probably turning down or I'm not taking the opportunities to find the other work that I could have otherwise done. So now this gives me another tool in the toolbox, so to speak, to go out and address the opportunities and grow a business to do that as well. You also have the ability for consistent performance as well. So you'd be able to know when I go out, how it's going to perform, whether I want stripe pattern this day. For turf health, I may want it perpendicular to that the next day. Those would all be configurations that you could determine ahead of time and know that that's how your property is going to get maintained.
Yeah. What about, since this is all electric too, what do we have as far as battery life goes? How many acres are we going to be able to do?
Yeah. It depends a little bit on your mow speed, so you might be looking somewhere between 20 and 30 acres on a charge. So we're really looking for, I tend to measure it in like PTO on hours. So how many hours can I actually have the deck on mowing? Really heavy conditions, maybe you're more towards like 4. But we have a lot of data that would suggest, your 9-10 hours of mowing time. So if you look at your typical work days and how much of the time you're actually mowing in a work day,
of course.
We're going to be able to cover a lot of ground.
Of course.
Accomplish.
Okay, awesome. Well, right now this one is still yet to be released, right? So you
Yep.
can't tell me prices or anything, but when do we expect this to possibly come to market?
Well, what I can say, we don't have any release dates on the autonomous part of this. This is
Okay.
still in development. But what I can say is we've shown at Equip Expo, maybe some are familiar with that, the manual-only electric version of this as well.
Okay.
So that one we're targeting for 2026.
Okay.
And then I'll even mention, too, while we're on it, is that we have a Q800 line, which is the gas version of what we're looking at, so non-autonomous. That's available in market today.
Oh,
To do
fantastic.
that. So you'll notice if they were sitting next to each other, you'd be like, they kind of look like siblings. You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're kind of all built related to each other there. So.
And of course, we can find everything at johndeere.com as well, right?
Oh yeah, yep, got a lot of
Okay.
information there.
Great.
So
Thank you so
appreciate it,
much.
Justin.
Appreciate it. I'm over at the Hyve booth with Brennan. Hey, Brennan, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, well, so tell me about this peculiar cube that is living in front of your fake house here.
That's exactly right. So this is Hyve. Hyve is a smart home delivery locker that protects anything you get delivered. So packages, groceries, people are delivering pharmacy things nowadays, so it protects it all.
Yeah. And we all know that we got the porch pirates out there and we all can't be Mark Rober. So this is going to protect our products. So how does it work?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very simple, minimalistic design, aesthetic, but it has a lot of technology baked in. So everything runs through the Hyve app.
Okay.
So it's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled, so you're connected wherever you go.
Okay, awesome. So I'll know when a package comes. So when the lid opens, it'll send me a notification.
That's exactly right. So you can tap to unlock.
Okay, cool.
And your delivery drivers, it works completely agnostic to every delivery provider. So what you do, the workflow is...
So I don't have to open it for each person, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yep.
So how's it going to work for the delivery drivers?
Yeah, exactly. So you'll have a list of vendor codes. And so the user setup is this. So one time and one time only, you go into your Amazon Prime app, for example, you save down the passcode to your instructions, and every time your delivery driver scans the label, the code will pop up and they'll use that code to enter.
Okay, so on the
box.
keypad that's right up here on the front.
That's right.
Okay.
And then you get real-time notifications anytime the box opens, closes. It's fully data stamped and time stamped as well.
So is this battery operated? Do I have to plug it in? Solar?
Yeah, so it doesn't need to be plugged in at all. So it's 4 AA batteries, and then they're trickle charged by the solar panel. So you get 18 months of battery life out of the 4 AA batteries.
Okay, very cool. And then I see it has a cable. You might not be able to see it, but has a tether on here.
Yep.
So obviously I'm not just going to pick this up and run away with it.
That's right. Yeah, so it's steel braided tether. You can nail it down to a fence post. We have a door clip, so you can nail it to your door.
Okay.
For easy means of security.
Or even like your type of like really heavy duty screw anchor that goes into the ground
Yes.
type of thing. Yeah.
Yep, so there's 4 anchors that you can do concrete or wood screws to nail it down if you feel the need to do so.
Okay, cool. And then I see you have 2 colors here. So you have white
That's right.
and a gray.
So one of the really interesting value propositions about the Hyve is returns. So the traditional returns experience is you get in your car, you drive down to FedEx or Whole Foods, you wait in line to drop off a package that you want to return.
Okay.
With the Hyve, that experience is completely reimagined. So all you do is you schedule a return pickup,
Okay.
you put the item in your Hyve, you close the lid, and the delivery driver schedules a pickup.
Oh, that's convenient. That's pretty good. I get a lot of packages. I get a lot of packages. So I have a good question.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
completely waterproof. So the technology is IP65 rated,
Mhm.
and the entire unit itself is waterproof and snowproof.
That is
temperature-proof.
worth it for me because if I'm not home for my packages, they get rained on because I don't have a overhang at my front door. So this is definitely something really cool.
That's exactly right.
And how much does it retail for?
So it's a $299 product for
Okay.
the customer. Yep.
Fantastic. And where can we find it?
So we're going to be live D2C on the Hyve website, and we'll also
Okay.
be listing these on Amazon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with the Flow Stop booth, and this is Richard.
Yes, nice to
Richard,
meet you.
you know, you have a product here that is going to help save people's homes, and so I think that's really important to talk about.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about the Flow Stop?
So FlowStop, it's a French company. It's an inflatable device designed to protect your home from flooding.
Okay.
But the really interesting thing with these products, this is inflatable, so super light. So you don't have to use sandbags or
Yeah, way better than sandbags.
yeah, much better. So you have 2 cushions. You inflate the first cushion, will keep the device in place, and then you inflate the second cushion. The
So
bottom.
it's using the pressure from the side.
Yes, exactly. So you have the seal, as you can see. You have a gasket all around on each side, on the bottom, on the 2 sides. And just because of the pressure on each side, it will push on the wall and it will seal the wall. And then the bottom one with the pressure will push down
Gotcha.
and it will seal the ground.
And so, you know, when you think about safety devices, you need to have it on hand. So this is something that you can collapse down,
Yeah, this is a great.
keep on your property,
Yeah.
reusable.
Yeah,
So if you live in somewhere like Florida where you're constantly getting hurricanes, you're going to be able to pull this out.
Yeah.
Whenever you have an issue, it's not going to damage your home. It's not going to be backbreaking work.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to deploy it and then put it back away again.
Yeah. It takes you 2 to 3 minutes to install it. For example, on the front door.
Can you show us deflating it too? Just how quick and easy that is?
So you can it's really easy to store. You just have to deflate. So right now we deflate by hand, but you can use a pump to deflate it.
And you know,
So
being
can
that
store
it's
it.
light too, this is perfectly usable, you know, for elderly, for women, people who, you know,
Yeah,
a
old
sandbag
people,
just
you know,
isn't going to be something that they could do.
So it's ready to go. You store it in your garage, you install it, and it's done.
Great. And so where can we find the flow stop?
So right now we have a website, flowstopfloatbarrier.com. Okay, you can order them online. We ship from France right now.
Okay.
In the next future, we try to make the business here in the US, but because it's a huge
And then
market,
it should be coming on Amazon soon too, right?
and it should be on Amazon this week for standard
Fantastic.
size.
And then what about like price points?
So a front door like this, it's around $600.
Okay.
A front door, yeah.
Okay.
And the garage door, one car garage door is around $2,000.
But this is something that you'll be able to keep, you'll be able to reuse, and it's light and easy.
Yes, 5 years warranty, and
Okay.
you can use it whenever you want. So myself, because I start to work for FlowStop after the Eden hurricane, because I ordered this device to protect my home. I save my home.
Yeah, that's
All my
fantastic.
they lost everything, the cars, the furniture, everything. Myself, I save my house with this.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Richard. I wanted to thank my sponsor for this video, xTool. xTool brought us out to CES. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that I own all of the xTool laser engravers. They have really expanded the amount of materials that I'm able to use inside my shop and really give you a fantastic tool to be able to unleash your creative capabilities. I've really fallen in love with laser engravers. In addition, I was given the really great opportunity to interview their CEO, Jasen Wang. He's a very interesting character, so if you want to check out that video, I have it linked in the description below. I'm over at Yarbo with Ken. Ken,
Yep.
this is a beast of a mower. You know, when you look at a lot of autonomous lawn mowers, I love them. A lot of them are smaller, and this is a beefy tank that really focuses on modularity. Could you tell me a little bit about Yarbo?
Yeah, sure. So Yarbo is really designed to be like your smart yard assistant, right? Take the mundane things of your yard, like lawn mowing, snow blowing, leaf blowing, and handle that stuff autonomously for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, it is modular. So this is our Yarbo main core, right?
Okay.
We call this our core. Everything attaches either to the front or the back of Yarbo.
Okay.
So the core is the brains of the operation. It predominantly navigates via GPS.
Okay.
But then we have cameras all the way around. That's really important. They're all illuminated, so it can do work at night, which is really important and kind of unique.
Okay.
All modules come off the same way, so it's just one tab on one side, one tab on the other, and the module pulls right off.
Wow.
So no tools or anything like that.
So when we're looking at the snowblower in particular, because I mean, you're the only one with a snowblower out there, is this watching where it's throwing?
Yeah, so not so much watching. In the app, when you set up the plan, you're going to drive it. There's different types of areas you can create.
Okay.
So let's take your driveway, right?
Yes.
So you'll drive it around the perimeter of your driveway. And then it used to be that we only had the ability to throw to the left or the right?
Okay.
But now you can actually create where you want snow piles to be created.
Exactly.
And it'll intelligently move it around.
That's good.
So we have like main area mode, which is like driveways, big areas, maybe a patio. Then we have sidewalk mode, which is dedicated to an algorithm specifically for sidewalks because a lot of people are responsible for that. And then we have pathway, which would be like a walkway, or if you want Yarbo to drive from the docking station in the back of your yard to the front of your yard, you can do pathways. They all have independent auger heights. That's really important. They have independent deflector areas, and then independent throw areas. So if you have a neighbor on your left and you can only throw it 10 feet, you could have the deflector point all the way down.
Okay.
If you have no neighbor to the right and you want to launch it 40 feet, you can do that. All the cameras are heated. That's the other really important thing.
okay.
So to work in the
Cool.
snow, you need that, right? All modules have binocular cameras, 2 cameras in the front that work kind of like our eyesight work
Okay.
for obstacle avoidance. As you can see, they have headlights. They have soft touch bumpers.
So this is with the mower attachment in the front.
Correct. Yeah. So you'll notice a couple differences with this. On the main body, we have lower GPS antennas. So on our snowblower, they were raised to stay above the snow so that it wouldn't block the GPS signal. On here, it's lower in case you're going under brush and things like that.
Okay.
Something that's unique to both cores is this little guy, Wi-Fi Halo. So one of the big struggles with yard coverage, right, is not having Wi-Fi throughout your yard.
Yeah.
And actually, one unique feature of the core is that you can teleoperate it from anywhere in the world with no subscription fee.
Oh, wow.
So you can see all the cameras that it sees and monitor it or use it.
Okay.
So we use something called Wi-Fi Halo. So it gives us coverage up to 32 acres.
32 acres.
And
That's
the
pretty
ability, to stream video over that.
good. Okay.
So the lawnmower is a 20-inch cutting deck. 20-inch cutting deck. It'll go up to 4 inches, which is really important because a lot of cool season grass needs to be cut very high, like tall fescue, and it'll go down to 1.2 inches. That's our same soft touch bumper. So if you have something like a sprinkler head, right? One popular thing in yards is that a sprinkler head that maybe doesn't fully function, but functions enough to water your lawn, but might not recess.
Yeah, it's not recessing like it's supposed to.
Yeah, so vision can't really see something that's an inch in diameter, right? So this soft touch bumper, all you have to do is literally just press it. It's not mechanical, it's resistive.
Okay.
So it can hit something like that sprinkler and it's sensitive enough to move around it. So that's really important.
Are we able to flip the mower piece over so we can see the inside?
Yeah, absolutely. So one more thing, ultrasonic sensors here, rain sensor here. It actually articulates left, right, up, down. There's a tension spring on here to keep the weight off the front. Because Yarbo can actually, in its lawnmower form, can get up a 70% slope. So really steep slope.
Yeah, very
and then there's a port on this side and on that side for accessories. So our first accessories are launching in spring of 2025. That's an edger and a trimmer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So they'll stay on here all the time, and then when they need to activate, they'll activate.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct. So to take this off, I'm just going to pull up on this tab, pull up on that tab.
Okay.
And then I just pull forward. And then in the back, there's just one connector. So I'll take that off.
Okay.
And that's it. All right. So underneath, we have 2 cutting discs. That goes up down to 1.2, up to 4 inches.
Yep.
5 razor blades. These are caster wheels.
These are heavy-duty casters.
Yeah. And the idea behind, there's a tension spring in the back, like I was talking about. It takes 40% off the weight of this.
Okay.
So if you're on soft turf, these will not sink in, which is nice.
Okay.
The other thing is, this skirt is actually a steel skirt that goes all the way around. So Yarbo can get up a 2-inch lip or a 2-inch, like Belgian block. So if you're driving across your driveway, you don't have to chop into it to make it friendly for your Yarbo.
Gotcha.
Also, pavers, things like that, it can get over without a struggle. Tree roots, that type of stuff.
Wow, great. And how much does Yarbo retail for in its just core configuration? I know there's a million different options.
Sure. So it's about $3,800 for the core configuration. That actually gives you something we can show you over there called our Smart Assist cover. That gives you follow me mode. So you can tow, say, a gorilla cart, maybe a cart around your yard, and it'll follow you. It gives you patrol mode. Patrol mode will actually patrol your property, and if it sees somebody, they'll say, the owner's been notified, leave the property immediately. It has stereo speakers in it, so you can play music. Or make those types of announcements and get a notification on your phone. Okay. And the other thing is tow mode. So that's towing those autonomous, those everyday attacks.
That's something I'm really interested in because when I got rid of my riding lawnmower, there were all these accessories like a tow behind dirt cart, like a wheelbarrow, let's say, that now I don't have that functionality. So this is something that, can pull heavy objects around your yard with you.
Yeah, so the tow rating is for 3,500 pounds.
That's a trailer right there.
Yeah. We actually have people that move their boats around. As long as they have a third wheel to take the tongue weight, they'll use it almost like a trailer valet, right? So they don't have to keep hooking up their vehicles.
Okay.
And then over here we have some other modules as well.
Okay. Lastly, we have a leaf blower and a spreader attachment as well, right?
Correct, yeah. So the leaf blower, again, it could work autonomously or you could teleoperate it. The idea being that it can work from the outside of your yard and blow the leaves inside and into a pile, so in a spiral pattern.
Okay.
Or it can go from the inside to the outside or left to right, up and down, that type of thing.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and then it also has a handheld hose, so it can actually replace your handheld blower. So places that Yarbo can't get into itself, you can use the hose to blow things off that way. Okay. And then 2 other just modules that we have real quick. This is our granular spreader. So in the winter, think de-icing, right? Salt, stuff like that. In the springtime, pre-emergent, post-emergent, and the same thing for the liquid sprayer. So yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm over at the Creality booth with Alan. Alan, great to meet you.
Me too.
So Creality just came out with a brand new 3D printer. It is the Creality High Combo. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Okay, hi everyone. This is our newest entry-level multicolor printer. It's called the Creality High Combo, and it comes with a printer itself and also our multicolor box. It's called a Creality Filament System (CFS). Okay, so the print volume is 260 millimeters, and the speed, maximum speed, is 500 millimeters per second. Okay, and also we have so this core XC structure.
Yep.
It's higher accuracy. It has a built-in camera, so you can do remote control, remote monitoring in your home or anywhere else.
I like the enclosed design. If you're familiar with 3D printers back in the day, it was a little bit more of, your extruded aluminum pieces. So now we're enclosing things a little bit more. This type of printer, because it is multicolor, which is awesome that you have that availability, it will purge as it switches over its colors in between. Overall, it looks like a very solid constructed machine. You have a color touch screen over in the front.
Yes,
and then
maximum can do 16 colors.
Oh,
It's
16 colors.
together.
Oh, so you can keep linking these together.
Yeah, together.
Wow, okay. Now, on this, as far as I/O goes, Wi-Fi, USB, Ethernet?
Ethernet, no, Wi-Fi and USB.
Wi-Fi and USB, okay. And then what about a price point for the combo here?
The combo together comes as $499.
$499.
Printer itself is $299.
And then what about if I need to buy additional CFSs?
The additional one is $299. Single CFS.
So that is a really aggressive price point for a color printer on the market. So that's pretty good. And so, of course, we can find it at Creality.com.
Yes, Amazon, B&H, Micro Center, all of our channels, our dealers, you can find it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm over at the Testonic booth, and they have a product called AirMax. And for all of us out in the wood shop, this is a really cool product. Basically, what it does is it's a metal platform with roller wheels, and when you step on it, it actually has suction power underneath that will clean off your shoes and any dust and debris that's down on there. So if we could do a little example here. Amari, come in close. You can see how there's dirt on here now. When I step on this, the dirt actually gets sucked away. So this is something cool that you can have inside your home. When you're exiting your shop before you go inside, you're not tracking in on that dust. This particular smaller model is made for the home, and it retails for $500. And I'll put it down in a link below. I'm over at the Droplet booth with Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
So you have a really interesting device that we can easily DIY add on to any of our homes. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this is our smart home water sensor. We're actually reading your water flow through the pipe wall. So there's no tools, no plumbing, totally DIY. Get you up and running in 5 minutes to start tracking your water usage. So you just clamp it on. It's got a built-in clamp. Clamp it on your pipe, compatible with most pipe types, CPVC, PEX, copper.
And we're doing it anywhere on a pipe in the house, or we're doing it at like the main inlet?
Yeah, one unit at the start of your plumbing system before it branches, so near your main water shutoff valve is ideal. Yeah, it'll track any water passing through it. So it's very simple.
So then what's the idea with it tracking our water usage?
The big one is leaks. We're going to stop that leaky toilet you didn't know about, that pipe burst, the mold producer behind the wall you can't see.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so we're trying to help people save water. Our mission is water sustainability, but very low price point, super simple to install, fun app that shows you exactly what's going on in your home, and showing you all your historic usage and breakdown. Yeah, really helping make it track your water.
And so obviously then it's going to alert us if we have a catastrophic, pipe burst in our house, which is obviously a huge thing that'll destroy the floor of our house. But, we're going to be able to train our water usage as well with this, just to kind of monitor things.
Yeah.
I have two 14-year-old boys. They like to take hour showers.
Exactly.
Will I have a teenager warning on here when my boys are going a little too nuts?
Just go down here and set your alert sensitivity so you can change the thresholds. Let's say you want to be alerted if something crosses this, it'll send an alert right away so you can see it. Yeah.
Gotcha. So how much does this retail for?
Yeah, $229, free shipping. You can get it on our website.
Okay, great. What's your website?
Hydrificwater.com. Hydrific like terrific.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're over at the Impact event, and I'm here with the CEO of Airseekers. How are you today?
Yes, thank you.
Could you tell me a little bit about your newest robotic mower?
Okay, this is we call it Airseekers. You can truly free people's hands from mowing. We have 3 unique features.
The first one we use AI vision navigation system. Then we use 6 cameras.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's 2 camera, 1, 2, 3, 5, and also have a rear back camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, each 2.
So why would you have a rear camera on the mower?
Because to scan the
For the
QR code.
yes, for
For
its
the
home
QR
base
code.
station, it needs to be able to see exactly where it's going to back up.
And also, if the machine just back forward, it also can do the detection and do the avoidance.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've looked at a lot of mowers on our channel. I have robotic mowers at home. Some things that kind of jet out to me that are very interesting. If I may lift it up real quick. I noticed that you have a double layer blade design.
Yeah.
So there are blades on both sides. Can you tell me a little bit about the thought process of that design?
Oh, this we call it flow cut mowing system. It has 3 layers. This the first layer is a chamber.
Okay.
The second layer is the high speed fans.
Okay. So if you guys can't see that, I'm already zooming on that.
Yeah.
There's an additional one right here, so there's actually 3 layers.
Yeah, it's just like a vacuuming.
Okay.
With suction.
So it's pulling the grass up so that it's getting the maximum cut.
And do the trap shot again into the tiny pieces and mulch grass to have a clean finish.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and this is a dual blade disc, and no like mention a double disc. We have a dual blade disc.
Okay.
Yeah, we just focus on some small and medium.
And then how are we looking at from a user replaceable parts system? Some mowers that are out there, you have a battery that's soldered onto the motherboard. You're never going to be able to replace it. If you have that mower for 10 years, obviously it's going to have to be replaced at some point. So having as much customer replaceable parts as possible is good. So how does your mower come in on that case?
You mean how to set up the map?
Well, so like, let's say if the battery dies, is the customer able to remove the battery and put a new battery in easily?
Yeah. We have 2 kinds of charging solution. The first is it will back to the charging station automatically. We just run all out of the battery. And second, if you don't want to wait for the charging time, we also can just do it's a removable.
So there's a little hatch in the back that opens up.
Yeah.
Well, that was very quick and easy. So obviously we can replace the battery very easily.
Because in the future we will bring more and more smart solutions. You also can use the common battery.
Gotcha.
All the tools.
So how about anti-theft capability? So if somebody tries to steal it, do you have any sort of anti-theft on there?
Yeah, we have a GPS tracking. When just someone just save you away from your house, maybe 1 or 2 kilogram or kilometer, your app will just get an alarm. And lock we'll lock it.
Very good. And then we have omnidirectional wheels. So when you take a look at the wheels here, they not only are turning in this direction, but they also turn this way. Can you tell me why you decided to do a angled omnidirectional wheel?
Okay, because just like some more robots, the front wheel is very small, so always be stuck in some uneven and ground. But we just larger over front wheels, so you can handle all kinds of tough and uneven ground, just like SUV in ground. And secondly, why we just get an involved 30 degree? Because it can do the smooth turn and zero turn just like 10. Yeah.
So it's improving your turn capabilities, making it a lot smoother.
Great.
Well, that's fantastic. So what is this going to be retailing US?
They will be released on this April. Yeah, but we have a release on Kickstarter last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And that went well?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I think so. I think so.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a look at this over at the show, so I'll show a little bit more about that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Hypershell, and as you can see from my exotic, leggings here, this is a support system for your body when you're running, you're jogging, you're hiking. I know this isn't woodworking, but this was too good to pass up. And so I have this on right now, and so as I'm lifting up my legs, it is assisting with that lift. And so I know a lot of us, I feel like I'm getting older every single day I am, but this is actively powering me where I feel a lot more spry.
Light-footed.
And so with this mechanism, it gives you about 40% more strength.
30 to 40% of save your body consumption.
Okay.
So instead of saving that, you can get boosted.
Yeah.
this
So
way.
I'm going to be able to hike for longer, walk for longer.
And your journey maybe.
And so this is just even good for walking normal.
We have 10 motion postures. You
Okay.
can support you to walk, to run, to jog, to climb, to even
Okay.
cycling and going up hills, going upstairs. So 10 postures.
Yeah. So one of my hopes was that this might alleviate, when you're standing all the time, but it doesn't do that. This is active. It only engages when your legs are moving, and it's helping you in that movement. But definitely, this is a really cool product. It has a cool look too. I like the carbon
The
fiber.
reason we focus on this function, not doing the lifting, is because we try to make them more compact. Yes.
Okay, trying to make it more compact. Awesome. Well, where can we find the Hypershell?
3w.hypershell.tech.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I want to thank xTool for sponsoring me to come out to CES this year. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be going to 8 different shows this year of all different sorts, from woodworking shows to different industry events. So make sure if you like this video, hit subscribe down below so that you'll be notified of the next one. Stay safe in the shop, and I'll see you in the next one.